Not happy with your land yacht? Is it not going fast enough? Then why not cut the back end off it?
We've actually got a light nor'easter here today. It's only about 5 knots. So just a quick little tune in there with some of the steering changes we've implemented over the last day. Basically, in the interest of getting our Auckland-based program signed off. So we're just going to go in now and shorten the craft up, changing the distance between the rear wheels and the centre of effort, and this will have a big effect on the balance of the steering. So that's how we go there. We have a section in the back end here where we can move the rear wheels forward a metre. It's quite a big change based on the balance. There might be an increment within this change. We can modify the composite structure reasonably easily to accommodate that, and being able to just get that answer before we head off to Australia is a big one.
I might need the full length of the runway, mate, just if I'm going a bit quicker, I'll see how I go.
Copy, that's fine to go full length.
Copy, stand up. Or sort of easterly direction.
Fine, here, 2, 1, clear.
Really well balanced in this configuration. Just feels like you can just do whatever you want to do. Yeah, copy that.
I feel really comfortable in the short setting, and I think it feels like a definite improvement to me. So very, very happy with how that's feeling.
It's a balance thing, and every run we're just learning.
Effectively, it's like moving the dagger board of the boat further aft. So we've actually moved the centre of effort, the centre of mass and the centre of lateral resistance much closer together, so it feels totally different than it did before, and I actually quite like it. So it'll be interesting to sail in some more breeze and see how much load we can get out of these rear tyres.
This is The World on Water, May 27th, 2022. The 52's Super Series is established as the world's leading Grand Prix monohull yacht racing circuit. The year 2022 marks the 10th season of the 52's Super Series.
Well, we made it to a beautiful Bayona, a long winter, and this is the first time the 52's Super Series has ever been so far north and so far west in Spain. It's a totally different venue, all new to the 9 teams who are racing here at the Banca 52's Super Series Bayona Sailing Week.
I'm sure that with the work of the club that is amazing and the work of the people here in Bayona, the sailors will be really comfortable and they will love the waters for sure.
There's going to be incredible racing. Everybody has a chance to win races and it's going to be a lot of fun.
We know that it's a very tough fleet and it's not going to be easy to repeat the results of last year.
My first time here in Bayona and it's stunning. We had a tough loss at the Worlds last year. We were leading most of the way and then ended up in 4th. So looking forward to getting into the racing and then trying to get back up to the top of the leaderboard.
First race of the season starts in 8 to 9 knots, quite a streaky breeze, quite difficult to read off the start line. Phoenix start at the committee boat end of the line and go right, and that gives them the early lead. Vayu out on the left, and they're in second. Round the top mark, it's Phoenix leading Vayu with Interlodge in third, Sled in fourth. That stays the order round the racecourse all the way into the finish line. It's a win for Phoenix. Vayu getting second, and through the line in third are Sled. Interlodge are looking like fourth, but have to take a penalty just before the finish line and lose 2 places on the line. More pressure for the second race, 13 or 14 knots on the start line. The same formula works this time. It's Platoon who start off the committee bit end of the line. They go out to the right and have the early lead. Top mark, it's Platoon with Phoenix in second, Quantum Racing in third. Now Vayu go round the top mark in fourth and hold to the right hand side looking downwind, and they have a small gain which gets them up through the leeward gate at the same time as Platoon. Platoon going on the right hand mark, Vayu on the left hand mark. And at the finish line, it's Platoon winning from Vayu, Phoenix in third, and Phoenix led the regatta overall, but on count back from Vayu.
Amazing day, and just a great kind of day sailing, and so good for the team. True gentleman always comes second, and I think the credit kind of goes to Kevin for setting up the whole team, and we've sailed together quite a while, and Pom Green, who's just made a massive effort to get the boat prepped and give us a weapon that we can compete in.
We are very happy with the day. We start the season, we start the regatta just now, and it's a very difficult race course, so we are happy to be more or less always in the middle.
I think today looked like connecting all the sort of puffs together. It's super streaky, the breeze. So and Tom did a really good job of that. Boat's going well and connecting all the dots at the moment.
So the standings after the first two races, Phoenix leading on 4 points, Team Vayu in second also on 4 points, and third Platoon on 6 points. A great first day of racing here in Galicia, in Bayona. 2 races, 2 different winners in Phoenix and Platoon. Top of the table, it's Phoenix. They're tied on points with Vayu, the amateur team from Thailand. Incredibly tight at the top then, just as it was at the end of 2021. It carries on.
After finishing at the bottom of the raking on day 1, Frédéric Jousset's golden hull TF35, Team SAIL FEAVER, helmed by Frenchman Loïck Peyron, turned their fortunes around on the second day of the Realstone Cup for Léman Hope taking place this weekend in Nyon.
Yesterday we finished last, which means 7th on the ranking, which was not very nice. Today a bit more breeze, starts are not very good, but the first one of today was quite interesting. We are more or less all the time at the top of the B team or at the bottom of the A one. And we would like to change a bit.
We had a great start, so straight away we were on the front of the pack. And then we had a good downwind, but chose the wrong gate at the bottom. And we got close to Real Team. To be honest, they have a different pace right now. They're on a different level. They sail way better VMG than us upwind, so we're just trying to limit our loss and trying to see where we get and get early as possible to the finish line.
After 3 very different races, Finland's Oskari Muhonen has taken the lead at the 2022 Finn Gold Cup at Fraglia Vela Malcesine on Lake Garda, Italy. He won 2 more races to take a 3-point lead from Pieter-Jan Postma from the Netherlands. Austria's Florian Raudaschl won the second race and moves up to 3rd overall. 4 races remain.
Yeah, today was we started off with pretty weak breeze or wind, pretty tricky the first 2, and then afterwards the breeze filled in, and the racing was actually the 3rd one was really good, solid, like maybe 10 to 12 knots. Yep, I had a pretty decent day. Won the first one, then a bit tricky on the second one. I think I was 5th or something, and then managed to win the 3rd one as well. Yeah, the week has been pretty good this far, and yesterday was alright, like solid points and solid finishes. Still 4 races to go, so it's gonna be pretty tight with me and TJ at least, so we'll see how we end up. Yeah, so during the winter I had the Olympic campaign, or started Olympic campaign in 49er, but now I'm looking for a new crew, and I had plenty of spare time, so I still had my fin, so I decided to come here, and it's been really fun to be back in the fin and racing, and really tight racing. So yeah, really happy about coming here, and probably gonna sail some fin into Finland at least in the future. But we'll see about that.
racing was great. We were having a laugh because the race committee kept us waiting, but they exactly knew why they kept us waiting, and the day started difficult, but they managed to have 3 races, which were okay. To be honest, nothing. It was just a holiday for me here, and of course I went to the gym again, put on some weight, but I see it as holiday and I really enjoy it. It's good fun, and that's it, basically. I sailed so many different classes. I was foiling, doing this and this and this, but I was never really happy. And it's still in the fin. It's so hard. The hiking is so hard, but at the end of the day, you just feel happy because you did something. You really worked your way, and that makes me still happy, I guess.
There are not many people more experienced in the America's Cup world of foil design than Nat Shaver. A new recruit for Ineos Britannia's 37th America's Cup campaign, Nat brings with him a huge amount of experience from 5 previous Cup campaigns.
I'm Nat Shaver and I'm a foil designer for Ineos Britannia. I grew up in Massachusetts in the US, started sailing right after I was born with my family. My grandfather was a big sailor in that part of the world. America's Cup is obviously a big thing. From when you're a little kid, 6 years old and you're opti, you're dreaming about the America's Cup, and I was lucky enough to eventually get to work in it. I did aerospace engineering in university and was lucky enough to start interning at a yacht design company in my last year of school, and was in the right place at the right time to work a bit on the America's Cup when Oracle came to San Diego to do some testing, and I've been in it since then. I was lucky enough to be part of Team New Zealand during the lead up to the 2013 Cup, when we did a whole lot of development of foiling and invented a new way that boats could race around the course. The development of foiling that we worked on for the America's Cup was one of the most exciting and creative parts of my life. We as a team got to try a whole lot of different concepts really quickly in a great environment, and I think the lesson from that campaign is don't take the foot off the gas. I think you need to make sure your development goes until the end of the very last race of the match. That was really the beginning of the focus on foils and on foil design for me, and since then it's become progressively more and more a focus in my work. One of the reasons why everyone works in the America's Cup is because we're all so passionate what we do, and we have this emotion. It's not just showing up and doing a job every day. So being able to see the boats on the water and seeing the ups and downs of what happens on the race course is a really important part of the experience for everyone and is a real motivator. So at American Magic, when we had that crash and the team came together to get back on the water, was just one of the many great things about being part of an America's Cup team. We can build a number of foils which we can test before our race boat, and then the key is to get as much information and learning from those test foils to then be applied to our race foils, of which we can build one design and 3 copies of that design. The fact that we only have one design of foil that we can build on our race boat puts a lot of importance on our simulation tools, puts a lot of importance on the analysis we do before we go sailing with our big boat to make sure that things are correct and we've chosen the right concept. The amount of foil increase that we can get is the million-dollar question. If you have any suggestions, let me know.
The team, which will be called Guide Environment Team Europe, will be sailing on Benjamin's Imoca. If it looks familiar, it might be because it used to be 11th Hour Racing's Oskari, which featured in last year's The Ocean Race Europe.
We are very happy to begin this story with this boat and with the crew team, with the offshore team Germany team. And I think that is a learning for all, and we like to learn, so it's a great beginning of story. I have met the team, the offshore team Germany during the Ocean Race Europe for my first experience with the crew last year. It was a great experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's already a year ago, but it's still very present. I would call myself, or probably the team, still a newcomer. But yeah, it was a very overwhelming race and very surprising that we finished so successful. So I'm super motivated and keen to get the chance to prove that again in the big one, in the ocean race around the world.
Just to be in the ocean race is something special in the first place. This is amazing. And this is what is driving us. And especially in the next edition, which has this outstanding Southern Ocean race leg.
And we are now with a new boat, with fastest boat, and I think it's a great experience for the boat, for me, and we will push the boat hard with the team, so that is an important way to do a good performance on the Vendée Globe after.
When the other teams are just getting created, we already know each other, which is a big advantage, and I'm very optimistic that we will do well. We had the philosophy of bringing different sailors with different background together and merge the skills and bring that to a very strong all-round unit. And I think we proved well in the Ocean Race Europe, and yeah, we want to keep this team for the big race.
Well, we have been working on the start for the ocean race for 7 years now, and I can let you know that we didn't work that hard to stop now. Working for our goal, to be at the start line in Alicante next year.
Lake Geneva presented a challenging third day of racing for the TF35, as the light-to-no wind forecast eventually rewarded the patience of the teams.
So today we had a very light wind. It was tricky and shifty. We managed good the race to finish first. Now we are just 2 points from the leader.
So for 2 years now, Real Team is sailing for Léman Hope, a foundation who helps kids recovering after cancer. And today we have a great opportunity to make 15 kids fly on our TF35.
Terry Hutchinson sails with Doug DeVos on Quantum sails in this series. Phoenix is leading the racing from Quantum, but there is a long way to go.
It's of course the 10th anniversary season for the 52 Super Series. Way back in 2012 we started with just 5 boats. We've got a super competitive fleet of 9 boats. We saw Vayu, the Thai team, in second yesterday, 2 second places, Phoenix leading. More breeze today, sea breeze in the afternoon, up to 15 or 16 knots. It will be full on.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different day. We've got high pressure offshore, and as the land heats up over Spain, we'll get a little heat low and we'll get really good acceleration. So we're going to start out probably hoisting the main in 10, 12 knots, but by this afternoon, 18 to 20, I think. We love it. Yeah, we like a bit of a breeze up day, and we did a bit of training in Valencia in some good breeze and full of confidence. Happy to go.
We're having to fix some parts of the forestad that unfortunately broken yesterday, but hopefully we can make the first race today.
So second day, first race of the day, Interlodge lead off the right end of the line. Breeze is about 15 to 17 knots. The right shift up the first beat, and Interlodge on the right side of that with Sled and Allegri. Top mark is Interlodge leading. Breeze shifts back to the left on the upwind second time up. Quantum Racing gain a little bit on the left. Phoenix get back up to 4th. They were way back in the early part of the race, but on this left shift, Phoenix get right back up to 4th. Quantum Racing gain on the left side too to lead the race. And through the finish line, it's Quantum Racing getting the win. Phoenix just getting through Interlodge, coming into the approach to the finish line to get 3rd, and Platoon are 2nd. So second race of the day, the breeze is up to 23-24 knots on the start line. Great conditions. Quantum Racing make the best start, about 1/3 from the right side of the group and pretty much middle of the course going up the first beat. They lead Allegra at the top mark, Phoenix in third. Then Phoenix get through Quantum to finish in first in the second race. Quantum Racing gets second and Phoenix extend their lead at the top of the table.
You know, we had 2 good starts and that had a pretty big impact to our day. Boat's going well. The work that we've done over the winter, you're seeing a little bit of that, especially upwind, which is nice. You have to give Doug and Warwick and Freddie, you know, high remarks because they're working the boat as hard as they possibly can, but it's challenging, it's hard. Everybody, you earn your good races and you earn your bad races. And so I think in that regard, it's a great spot to come and race.
The first race, we a little bit of a get out of jail free card on that one. We certainly got the first half of the race very wrong, but we got the second half very right and managed to sneak back to a third, which was awesome. And then had a really awesome race in that last one. Boat was going really well, loved the breeze, and once we got in the lead, we sort of managed to get away from everybody. We're confident in each other that, you know, we're happy with our crew work and everything, so, you know, right now we know that we've got 3 very difficult, probably light air days coming up, which in this fleet can be really tough yachting, so a long way to go.
After 4 races in Bayona, Phoenix lead on 8 points, second are Quantum Racing on 12, Platoon in third, also on 12. Second day's racing, really top-notch conditions, 23 knots in that second race. 2 different winners, Quantum Racing winning the first race, Phoenix the second race, and extending at the top of the table, but everybody just loving the sailing here in Galatea.